Hey everyone, it's Rita here. I've invited Georgia Ellis to join me today. She's from Blue Chip Minds, which is an organisation that helps people with personal and professional development across a wide range of industries and also across a wide range of countries as well. I've had the pleasure of working with her on a number of occasions and done some really great personal development through a few of her programs. So I've asked her to join me today and help us with understanding a bit more about what personal development is. So welcome, Georgia.
Thank you. Thanks, Rita. Thanks for having me. I'm looking forward to having a chat with you about personal development. It's one of my favourite topics.
Well, on that, what is personal development? Because a lot of people have heard the word personal development, but may not actually know what it is.
It can be a little bit difficult sometimes for people to get their head around what personal development is, but in a nutshell, it's like a journey. It's your lifelong journey. So personal development is all about setting yourself a goal, something that you want to move towards, and then putting things in place to help you reach it. So personal development is stretching yourself. It's moving from the comfort zone that we normally sit in and moving us out into what I call the growth zone. When that's where the magic happens. That's when you really start to realize all the potential and the great tools and aspects of yourself that you didn't even realize you had. So it's about stretching yourself. So that's probably it in a nutshell, Rita.
So that's what personal development is. Why would it be important for us to participate in developing ourselves?
So the thing is, if you're not growing and moving forward in life, there's only one other direction you can go. And that direction is going backwards and eventually into disintegration. So if you're not moving forward and growing and learning, you're going to be quite stagnant in your life, and your results are going to reflect that. So you'll find that you're feeling bored, mundane, not achieving what you're setting out to achieve because you're not developing yourself and moving yourself forward. I see that a lot in people who complain a lot about their life. They're not setting themselves goals, and they're not stretching themselves, and they're not moving and growing into the potential that they have. And we all have loads of potential to be able to tap into to achieve the things that we want. It's really, really important. If you're not investing and growing, life's not going to be exciting for you. And also you're going to find that you're just on what I like to call a Groundhog Day existence. Just every day seems the same. So that's why it's really important. It's about stretching and growing and achieving more and bringing out the best in yourself.
Yeah, and as I've done personal development, I have seen results in myself that have truly done what you've said and stretched myself. What have you seen people be able to achieve when they truly invest in developing themselves?
Wow, that's a great question. I've seen so many different things, not just from my own clients, but from people I know that are truly invested in growing. Now, my own personal transformation happened, well, the beginning of it happened about 15, 16 years ago now when I first discovered personal development or learning. I actually thought that once I'd finished school, I didn't have to learn anymore. That was it. That was the end of it. I don't have to read books. I don't have to go to any more classes. There's nothing else for me to do. That's what society had said. Now I see people now investing in themselves outside of that. So they're reading books, they're attending seminars, I'll get it out. And they're doing all these things in themselves. What I'm seeing is people achieving outstanding results in business. So clients I know have gone from so these are clients that have quite large, they're entrepreneurs and they've got startups. They've gone from earning very small amounts of money to tripling, sometimes quadrupling their income. I've seen people who have been able to invest in themselves, and that's led to more rewarding relationships. I've seen people investing in themselves and being able to get the promotion that they've wanted at work. I've seen people in various multi-level marketing companies. doTERRA is one of them. I do work for one or two others as well. And I've seen them climb the ladder very quickly. I've seen them being able to achieve those dreams and those goals. So it's a lot of different aspects. Personal development applies to all areas of your life. It's about gaining knowledge and applying that knowledge. So the results can be financial. They can be how you feel about yourself. They can be how you interact with other people. They can be your health and well-being, your physicality, how fit you are. So personal development goes across all gamuts, and I've seen it in so many different ways. I've even seen somebody decide that they wanted to develop an app, and that person developed themselves to a point where they understood how to do it, and then they got an opportunity to actually pitch that app to a member of royalty last year. So personal development leads you to so many different places, and it's really quite magical what you can do with personal development. So lots and lots of results.
Yeah, and I, like I said before, I've had amazing results when I've actually committed to doing the personal development. So one thing, I guess, is how do you know what you need to develop, like what you need to work on?
That's like the $1 million question. So let's look at this from a doTERRA point of view. So I am in doTERRA. I love their products. It's not my business, because my passion is personal development and teaching people. If we look at it from a doTERRA point of view, how would you know what you need to work on? You would look at your results and you go, okay, I'm in Rita's mentoring program at the moment, and she's putting all these amazing topics up for me to learn about. What's the area that I'm not doing? What's the area that I'm not getting the results I want? So it might be, okay, I'm not getting people signing up for LRPs. That would be an area for development. It might be somebody may have, like when we move out of doTERRA and look at our results in our life, I have a bad relationship. Well, that's an area we want to work on. Or I have a fear of public speaking. That would be an area to develop. I have a fear of getting in front of a camera. That would be a great course to do, wouldn't it, to go and learn how to do that? Because the reason we don't do these things and aren't getting the results we want is because we don't know how. And when we don't know how, that makes us have some fear. So personal development helps move the fear. It builds confidence. So if you want to know what it is that you need to work on, look at your results. And the results that you're getting that you're not happy with, that's the biggest clue you're going to have in where you need to develop. So the best clue would be for doTERRA members is to go through this 30-day mentoring program and pick 1 or 2 topics that you know you really, no, I don't do that and I need to know more about it. So then that would be your area of development. Don't work on too many things at once, 1 or 2 at a time. Because what you want to do, you want to start to work on and master that skill. That's all. We can use neuroscience here to help us understand how we do that. You master that one skill, then it becomes subconscious, and you move into the next skill that you want to develop. And it just helps you move along and gain confidence, and you'll find that you do a lot of things automatically. So for instance, you, Rita, I'm going to ask you a question. When you first did your first video, okay, your very first video, whether it was a Facebook Live or something, how confident were you?
I was terrified. I didn't even put my face in front of it. It was just my hands, and I was so nervous. And yeah, it's very different these days.
So how long ago was that? Just roughly?
Probably about 12 months. Not 8 months.
And how many?
Months, yeah.
How many videos have you done since then?
Roughly. Well, at least 1 or 2 a week, at least.
Yeah. So if we're looking at 1 or 2 a week, you've probably done around about 50 videos. Mm-hmm. How are you feeling now about doing videos?
Yeah, it's pretty easy. It just flows, and I can wing it a lot of the time, which is really good.
Yeah. So this is the thing. That's what personal development is. Personal development is finding the weakness. I don't know how to do a video, for instance, doing it, learning, watching other people, and then moving yourself forward. But it's about you finding those gaps. Mm-hmm. And we'll all know those gaps. And what you can do is write a list of the skills and the things that you need, that you believe you need to move forward in your doTERRA business or in life, and just pick 1 or 2 that you want to focus on at a time, and then start ticking them off. And it becomes a lot of fun too.
It does. It doesn't seem as scary once you start moving through. So that's good. In your opinion, what would be the most important topic for people to work on if they haven't done personal development before, or they're not sure where to start? What's your key point to start looking at, and why?
And I love this question, because this is categorically what I strongly believe, and I can prove it to you if you like. The most important topic to look on is self-awareness. Now, Self-awareness is understanding who you are first. So first of all, what do I believe about myself? What are some of my strengths? What's some of the programming and conditioning that I'm bringing to the table as I'm about to embark on a goal I'm moving towards? So those are the things that you really want to work on first, because if they're not aligned to your goal, where you're going, you're not going to do the things you need to do. You won't invest in the personal development. You won't do all the other things. So self-awareness is foundational. All the other things, learning how to sign people up for doTERRA, how to run a class, they're tactical. They're add-ons. They're very important. But if you don't have the base, the self-awareness, you'll find that it may not work the way that you're wanting it to work, and you could end up self-sabotaging. So definitely self-awareness. And yeah, if anyone's got any questions on what self-awareness is, happy to answer those. So yeah, definitely self-awareness. End of story.
Yeah, and I think when you talk about self-sabotaging, I see that a lot with people that I'm working with within doTERRA, where they will do something and it just never progresses past there because there are things there that are blocking them along the way. Can you give us finally some... Oh, sorry, go.
I was going to say, and that's a really important thing to know, sorry, because you said that people do self-sabotage, and self-awareness is going to point out where you are self-sabotaging. So it is really important to understand that. So thanks, Rita.
That's right. Yeah, and it can totally block you from moving forward. So finally, I guess if you could just give us some tips on what people can do, actively stepping out and doing some personal development. What are your tips?
Well, first of all, do courses like the one they're doing now in the 30-day mentoring challenge. That's great, because it's you can do it at your own pace. It's very, very easy to do. Anything online is great. One of the best things you can do is grab yourself a coach or a mentor. They are slightly different. So a coach is someone who generally will help you out to bring out the best in you. So they'll ask a lot of questions, where a mentor will give you some advice and some tips. They don't necessarily hold you accountable where a coach would. So a coach or mentor is really great, and surrounding yourself with people who have traveled the journey you want to travel as well. So we call them think tank, mastermind group, your board of advisors. To get some people around you, that's really great for personal development. Seminars, conferences, books. My goodness, there are so many great books out there that can help you. I'm a bookworm. I have a book, more than one book by my bedside every night, and I'm reading books. TED Talks are amazing. So you could type in a topic into any of the TED Talks, and you'll find that there's some amazing lectures there, and you can, again, watch those at your own time. Find some personal development programs. I do run programs. Rita's been on a few of them. So there are programs you can do. One of the things that I want to point out when you are doing any sort of program, make sure that it's an ongoing program. It's not just, well, you can attend one-day workshops, but you'll find you'll get a lot more traction and a lot more benefit if you're doing something that's spread out over a period of time. It's really helps. That's how we learn. So I'm just trying to think of other avenues. There's so many things you can do. I've spoken about, there's online courses as well. Just, all those sort of things, and speak to people that are the experts in the field that you're wanting to get into as well. So build those networks, really powerful. So I think that's covered most of the things you can do.
Yeah, and there's no limit really. You can come up with your own personal development ideas as well. So I want to thank you, Georgia, for joining me today and giving us some tips about personal development. I'm really excited that I'm moving forward with some extra personal development this year, and those who are in this course, who are part of my group, will be having the benefit of Georgia doing some extra training for us too. So that's really exciting. That's coming up. So thank you for your time, and I hope you guys really want to invest in yourselves, because it's you that are the key to your business. And if you're not investing in yourself, your business is not going to go to where it should be. So take the time to really look into what you need to do for yourself. It's probably different to what other people need to do. There will be similarities, but you'll have your own blocks and development that you need to do. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you later. Bye.